Alright, so I kind of have a question. How many of you have ever had thoughts that literally drove you insane, that made your brain feel like it was the size of Texas, that caused you to only want to sleep, that makes your body very, very weak? I have a best friend who used to suffer from things like that, and also suffering from things like that, she would lash out, and it caused a wedge between our friendship. And we've been friends since we were like 14, and maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I was like, I don't know what it is, but like your attitude, I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. It's too much. I can't. And it drove a wedge between us. Only to find out a year later that she was diagnosed with bipolar depression. Bipolar depression is one of the biggest illnesses in America that goes undetected, ignored, and misdiagnosed, according to the Mayo Clinic. Triggers traumatic experiences. I want to give you the causes, the symptoms, as well as treatments to better protect yourself, the people around you, because mental illness is very severe and people don't take it as serious as they should. Genetics plays a part, but it's a very slim chance that your genetics will trickle over to you having bipolar depression. It's more of your everyday life. It's more of your life experiences. It's more of coping skills. If you don't have, a lot of people don't know, if you don't have the proper coping skills to be able to deal with certain situations, bipolar depression can literally take you out. One of the biggest triggers is traumatic things happening in your life. Deaths that happen, like reoccurring, a bad car accident, the loss of a job, a spouse, children. Severe traumatic things can literally, in a blink of an eye, change your entire life. Some treatments for bipolar depression, music, any type of therapy. They do have medications, and then they have therapy, and a lot of times they tell you that they want you to do both. And bipolar depression, actually, there is a cure for it. You actually can be cured for bipolar depression. It just takes a while, and you have to be very consistent. But even when you're cured, they still want you to maintain all the treatments that you would go through to keep it down in a way. There are 4 different types of bipolar depressions. There's bipolar 1, which is the most severe, which is actually called bipolar manic depression, which is suicidal thoughts, anxiety, heavy anxiety. There is thoughts of endangering any people around you, the people that you love. Also, sleeping a lot is also a huge sign that you are depressed. If you find yourself sleeping, or anybody that you know sleeping more than a few hours or a regular night's sleep, you should probably get tested. You should probably get checked out for that. One of the biggest things that you'd be surprised at is brain structure. Your brain structure is debatable. It's also for bipolar depression. Stress is the biggest thing. If you are stressed, that will probably more than likely be the #1 thing that will cause bipolar depression, that can cause bipolar depression, and will literally ruin your life. It's facts. Sorry. It's very chronic and it's relapsing. So you can get over it, get through it, and be fine. and a month later not be fine again. To treat the people around you, in my experiences with my best friend who has bipolar depression, we have to be very sensitive. We have to be very encouraging. We have to be very understanding, because there are moments and times that things will not be normal. And dealing with people with the disorder, you have to be okay with certain things not being normal, certain instances not being normal. Crying, she may cry, you may cry. So yeah, so any cures for it is basically, it's all, you don't have to take medicine to be cured from bipolar depression. You can yoga, therapy, music, writing, anything spiritual, anything like that.